Trump, welcome to Meet the Press.
Well, thank you very much, Ted.
You are a registered Republican.
Correct.
There is a form that is being filed Monday, tomorrow, with the Board of Elections, which says what?
Well, it says that I am joining, as of Monday, the Reform Party, which in New York is the Independence Party, and I look forward to doing so.
Why are you joining the Reform Party?
Well, for one thing, I really believe the Republicans are just too crazy right. I mean, just what's going on is just nuts.
Okay, welcome back to Daily Wrap. Interesting video there. It's time for Yea or Nay. That, of course, was Donald Trump on Meet the Press back in 1999 with the late, great Tim Russert. If the then potential presidential candidate registered as an independent before, should be shocked if he does it again, Rick Unger.
Well, you know the old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. And when you join them, if you can't lead them, beat them.
Interesting. Jonathan, you're part of the Reform Party. Were you surprised that Trump left you in dire straits?
I think he's going to do what it takes to become president. And okay. I think the heat that he's getting, which is really interesting. I mean, as he rises in polls, he gets trashed more over on Fox News, more and more. It's just very interesting to me how, are they ever going to embrace this? Is there going to be a time when they embrace it?
So you think it's a calculated
effort?
Maybe
they shouldn't. Maybe they understand that they shouldn't embrace it.
Well, listen, there's a lot of people.
Thought.
I would say then you can't. The majority of people running for president, you can't. I mean, you can't embrace them for that reason.
Argument as well. Just because a lot of people who typically watch your network think something, maybe they feel a responsibility to be more factual.
Do they want a Republican in office or do they not? That's, I know. To me, I want an effective leader, but I'm not a Republican. I'm a conservative. But you know, they have to decide what they want.
Okay. No.
Well, if you're a conservative, you should support a conservative. This is an individual who has no basis for his particular beliefs. His beliefs are whatever they happen to be in the moment. He has supported, he's said he's pro-choice. He's particularly fond of Vladimir Putin. He wants a progressive tax system. He has flip-flopped on just about every issue you can think of that's a conservative issue. So if he wants to run for the Reform Party, why not? Just create the resurrect the Reform Party and run as an anti-trade, pro-choice, semi-conservative Democrat. That's essentially what he's going to run as.
If I ever run for president, he's my spokesperson right here.
Done and done.
You could do worse.
All right, moving on. 2 soldiers are making history as they get ready to become the first female officers to graduate from the Army Ranger training. This year was the first time women were allowed to enter the grueling training program, which is said to be the most intense, difficult training in the entire military. The women completed the exact same training program as the men, just like in G.I. Jane with Demi Moore, which only 2 in 5 are able to complete. By the way, it is unclear as of now if the women will be able to serve, since they're not allowed to be in that special unit. Jonathan Gilliam, if a Ranger graduates from the program, should he or she be allowed to serve, yea or nay?
No, I mean they can't go serve in the Ranger Battalion until they go through what's called Ranger Assessment. It's RASP. Anyway, I'm losing the name of it now, but they have to go through that. It's an 8-week course, much more difficult. Ranger Assessment Selection Process is what it is. They have to go through that in order to be selected to be a Ranger.
Are they eligible to go through that?
It depends on if they're in the unit.
If they pass, should they be able to serve?
I think there needs to be separate teams for females. That's what I believe.
Okay, appreciate your candor. Rick?
You know, I'm not a military guy, so I don't speak with any authority on it. My basic sense is, look, you know, if you can do it and get through the training, go for it. Yeah. But on the other hand, I have heard things that women in the training are being given longer time periods to complete it than men are, and that's troubling because you're not going to get cut any breaks out on the battlefield. And so far, they're not using them, so you wonder what the point is.
Okay, no, quickly?
Yeah, I defer to Jonathan on this. He knows a lot more about the military aspect of it. But the 2016 GOP candidates have embraced it, and it really is just a social experiment, and that's not what the military's for.
Okay, right. Just saying. G.I. Jane, Demi Moore, practically conquered Libya on her own. Anyway, George Zimmerman is back in the news, but not for what you think. The man accused and later acquitted of shooting Trayvon Martin back in 2012 is now selling Confederate flag artwork that promotes the Second Amendment. You can get your own signed Zimmerman artwork online for $50 through a gun supply store in Florida. Will you be buying one, Noah Rothman?
Can't say I'm going to be jumping on that one.
Jonathan, one word answer.
No.
Rick?
No.
Okay, no's across the board. And that's all for tonight. I'm Joe Concha on behalf of Rick Unger and the rest of our esteemed panel. Well done. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining us tonight. The Steve Malzberg Show. That's next.